Life News. This keeps sending music, and that is across the country. My name is Daki. You want to spell it as Darki, and then you know double E. Decided to come to your faces, dressing or looking friends with my amazing stuff cut cap, something like that, and obviously with my expensive glasses. Let's go straight to see what the news look like. Want to say a big thank you to our fans out there for doing what you guys do. You guys really are amazing. We appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for your time, energy, and consistency. Now you observe that I'm always grateful for these three things because obviously your time is your money, your energy is your strength, and your consistency is your willingness. And all of this put together are what makes somebody a person. And you guys have combined this effort to into Good Show TV Africa. And then we appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of that. We appreciate you, and we're saying big namaste to you guys. In the meantime, want to say you can now stream us live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please come through. We are waiting for you in these spaces. The news is fresh, is hot, and we have amazing hot cheese. In the camp of Arisong, there is problem. Arisong is experiencing marital crisis as we speak, and obviously his wife, a Bayelsa lady, has come out to say, "Okay, Nigerians, Afrobeat space, all of this, I am done." And all of this conversation, I'll bring them to you in a bit. Let's begin the news with Shatawali, an amazing guy. Shatawali came on the live stream yesterday to say of the stupid thing that's happened to him is the fact that he's from Ghana. And then you want to ask yourself, why would you say something like that? But then he said one of the most stupid things that he ever did in his life was to be a Ghanaian. And then he said it's his page, he can say whatsoever he wants to say. He felt so sad that the Ghanaian football team were winning 2-0 points and then they equalized 2-2 to send back to Ghana from Cotonou. And Shatawale is saying that is the most stupid thing he has ever had to do, or by birth he was into it, as the fact that he was or he is a Ghanaian. And he said people think Ghanaians are okay, but he said no, Ghanaians have malaria, they are not okay. Coming from Shatawale. He also went on, let's begin proper with Burna Boy. So far we have these are like the names of the top 5 highest grossing concerts by an African artist per night in the history of earning, basically. And then for the top 1 to 5, Burna Boy occupies all position. And now we have number 1, Burna Boy made about $2.8 million from Paris Le Défense Arena. Number 2, Burna Boy made $1.5 million at the MSG. Number 3, Burna Boy made $1.5 million at the Ziggo Dome Arena in Netherlands. Number 4, also Burna Boy with $1.4 million at the Capital One Arena in the US. And number 5 is Burna Boy with $1.3 million at the O2 Arena in the UK. Now it gets dicey because we know Burna Boy has done spaces that are quite big. Burna Boy did the London Stadium last year, what about 80,000 capacity, and it's expected that such spaces should even earn more than MSG, than O2, because this is like almost times 4 of O2. But basically, the London Stadium have not seen fit to qualify to the top 5. Maybe we had too much people sharing the money, maybe tickets were low, maybe tickets were this or that, but what we're sure of is the fact that for the top 5, we don't have the London Stadium included, but we have the Le Défense Arena, the MSG, that's the Madison Square Garden. We have the Ziggo Dome Arena in Netherlands. We have the Capital One Arena in the US, and then we have the O2 Arena in the UK. For Burna Boy occupying top 5, shows that he is the Odogu. And I would say amazing artist WIZKID has also been on the road. For last year, he lost his mom. Davido is currently on the road, set to do the O2 on 28th of this month, and obviously 31st is also going to be at the Accor Arena in France to tell them or to preach the gospel of timeless to them. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy giving Pokoli a run for his money at a concert where he was slated to perform, and then we saw Burna Boy dancing to the tune of his the Outsiders, basically. Now these are guys that are known specially to Burna Boy. You hardly will see them perform for any other artist, so they are used to Burna Boy. They are not for Burna Boy. They know his rhythm, they know his sound, they know what he dance to, and at their free time, they obviously give Burna Boy that thingy that makes him move his body. And this time was not different because we saw them vibing to Burna Boy's song, and Burna Boy was dancing effortlessly. The Zanko move, there are some moves that Burna Boy has created by himself, and maybe yet to get a name for those moves, but basically we saw Burna Boy giving us all those amazing moves, and I'm sure if Pokoli saw this video, it will be a run for his money. Moving on, we saw Burna Boy while performing at Cote d'Ivoire at the Stade Arena. We saw where he got frustrated while he was performing, and then we saw his mic stopped working, the sound was poor, people couldn't hear Burna Boy and all of that. And then he comported himself, left the stadium peacefully. But then when he got backstage, you could see him shouting, "Put on the car, we're leaving." He became very angry and furious. For Burna Boy, we all know he's so big on sound, big on sound. If he's going to come to your space, sound must be in check. Burna Boy will close down an event, a tour, if the sound is not working. And this time, we saw him do it again. He started off good with sound and all of that. At the point in while singing, we saw the sound beginning to give him issues and back and forth. But at the stage, well composed, and obviously the fans shouting, Davido, 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 more like to get back at Burna Boy and all of that. And in the response, Burna Boy left the stage. And when he got backstage, you could see him shouting, "Put on the car, get out of this place." And it became so infuriated. But as we know, Burna Boy is that kind of person that loves affection when it comes to sound. And obviously, all promoters can all do better when it comes to sound and artists. I'm still on Burna Boy. We saw Victor Osimhen while speaking with an interview. We saw where he came out to proudly listed a couple of Afrobeat artists that he loves, and I was saying mentioned names of Burna Boy, Davido. He also wants to like of Sheyi Vibes, Rema, Ashake. He said Rema is the hottest artist we have right now, and then he said a couple of years, this was Rema, Ashake, Sheyi Vibes, and the likes could become the Davido, the WIZKID, and the Burna Boy, coming from Victor Osimhen. Moving on, we have Harrison as the next guy on the news. It's been a while we saw this guy on the news, but then he has decided to make this news again on marital crisis. We saw where he came out to say, "After much reflection and discussion with my family, I have decided to put out this to my fans and well wishers. That's why this is undoubtedly a challenging time for my family. On the stories making around on social media of the marital problem of my wife and I am appealing to members of the public to respect my family this period, and also kindly request for your utmost understanding. Please, thanks for the love and support." He mentioned his name, Harrison. Before now, the back and forth, there was a leaked message came out where he insulted the wife, saying she was at family issues and back and forth. And then the message managed to get to the public space, and then he's saying, "Please, you guys should respect our privacy. We are going through this time together as a family, and we don't intend the public space to involve themselves in conversation." And while that is still ongoing, we saw the wife talking about Alexa came out to say, "I am done officially. God help me." Now, that was so cryptic. Could it ask for the fact that she was done maritally, or could it just be a random conversation? Because for Alexa, we know once she's a Bayelsa girl, one of a very beautiful black lady, doing so well for herself, a TikToker, one amazing lady out there putting herself there for opportunities. And now she's about to say, "My marriage song in quotes and in context could be seen as done," when she made this one on Instagram story. And people asking questions saying, could this be regarding to the marriage in context or something entirely different? But at the present situation is the fact that Harrison has marital crisis as we speak. Moving on, we have WIZKID as the next guy on the news. We saw WIZKID packing and assembling the trio. These are set of guys that will make you admire you if they want to. Talking about SARS, P2J, and P Prime. Putting them in the same, obviously creating magic with them. Now, for WIZKID, the question is, what are you up to? We just know you just dropped this Saba Volume 2 EP, and the album is doing pretty well, doing good numbers, surpassing people, doing this and that. And the least we expect is that you go rest and then come back with a project. WIZKID is seeming looking like he's not rest, is also back on the road, and this time he has assembled the trio. The three, so maybe the game in production game, talking about SARS, P2J, and P Prime. P Prime is an amazing guy. P Prime has done job with Shake, and obviously, you know wonder he has the Prime baby. That guy who can take you to that spot with the beat and all of that. And then we see WIZKID. This is a similar picture where you are together in the space. Say will kill your vibe. Like SARS will kill your jam anytime. Put SARS on, gonna kill it. Then you can imagine SARS, Prime, and then P2J working on the song. For WIZKID, the question is, what are you up to? Now, I love this fact that WIZKID did. He sat like a boss, and then obviously the other guys are all working tirelessly to produce beats for him. Still on WIZKID, we saw WIZKID's Summer Volume 2 EP has reached 20 million stream on Apple Music. And like I said, WIZKID is so big on Apple Music, and his numbers are not decreasing in massive numbers. And in coming days, we're expecting to see this project doing certifications in different parts of the world. Talking about Apple Music, we saw WIZKID spending his 33rd day at #1 on Apple Music Top Album Chart. And obviously, Naam Siaga sitting #2 with Shea Vibes. We saw Dr. Sid coming out on an interview to speak about how people's response should be to sex. And then Dr. Sid came out to say, we all know Dr. Sid at the point signed to the Boit crew at the point where they had the band, and then became dysfunctional, and everybody went their ways. Dr. Sid went to school, studied music, came back, tried music thingy a bit, tried 1 or 2 singles, didn't penetrate, and he just beat it goodbye. His father, Justice Siri, who passed a while ago, and all of that. Sid is quite influential in the game, one of the OGs we've had and everything. Then we saw him coming out this time in a podcast where he came out to say people need to talk more, especially during sex. I don't know, this could pass for like X-rated, right? But he's saying, in his opinion, in his context, in the conversation, he feels that people should converse more, should talk more, they should have the conversational discussion when they are having sex. And I'm like, what do you want to talk about during sex? But that is his opinion, and then he decided to air it publicly. Moving away from that, we've seen another finished man, talking about Rude Boy. Rude Boy has joined the Finished Man Association, and then we saw him on the lounge with his girlfriend, talking about Ivy, Ifoma, and then we saw him singing songs they've done before that has Ifoma in it, singing it for Ifoma, and then the lady was just there blushing. Without expect less, basically. You cannot be with someone like P-Square and not blush. P-Square is not the fact that he's rich, he's handsome, he's well-to-do, he's influential in the game, and OG is one of the best in the game. If he drops a project today, it's going to chart #1. It's that big, so obviously someone in that magnitude singing to you is going to bust your mind. And then we're seeing Informa actually enjoying the fact that her boyfriend is actually serenading her with a lot of love. And for a lot of fans want to categorize that as a finished man syndrome. Some weeks ago, we saw where it was trending, the finished man syndrome, where if you do love too much, you're a finished person. And then Rude Boy is saying, I am confidently a finished person for Ifoma. Moving on, we've seen another approach from Zinoleesky trying to get his way back to Nigerians at this time. And this time he came through with a video shoot for the song Sonia D. And apparently he has made it known to the public that all they said about him was a lie. And it's what he said. He said they thought it was going to lose guard or break or something, but then he's coming back stronger, and this is going to be here for a long time. It's going to be here like Sonia D. Sonia D is an OG in the game. These are patriots. These are guys who began the movement. Like Sonia Day, Fela and the likes, and till date, Sonia Day is still influential in the game. As Zino is saying, for him, he also wants to be like Sonia Day in the game. Clean video shoots, amazing quality. For a lot of reasons, Zino is getting fat. And this is a conversation before now, a lot of talk about how, a lot of propaganda about how he's slim and all of that. But apparently that's not the case, because this guy is actually well-to-do, good-looking, and looking very, very healthy as we speak. And that's portrayed in the video shoot. Like I said, this could pass for a strategy to get back to Nigerians' hearts. But the question still remains, does Nigerian want to vibe to Zino again? Now, after the video dropped, at this point, it was about 79,000 views on YouTube, which is actually not the regular number. Before now, whenever Zino drop a video, you are sure to get close to 1 million in the first week or something. But the way this one is going, it might just not attain that figure. What could be the problem? What should he do? Should he come back? Will Nigeria accept him back? All of these conversations are all in the air. People asking questions. Should he just play music? Should he abandon music? Should he come back bigger and better? Should he give us a classic jam? All of these questions are up in the air. What should Zino do at this point of his career? Mind you, this video was shot at Peckham. Moving on, we saw Charlie Poppy making himself proud and making Edo State proud with his project Presido La Plateau, surpassing 100 million stream on Audio Man. That's a big one, massive one for Charlie Poppy. And then we say congrats to him for achieving that major feat. Finally, we have Omale as the last guy on the news, and his bad project, when they called the Boy Alone Project Deluxe, have now surpassed 530 million streams on Spotify. An amazing body of work. Omale has just just been that guy who is good, and his numbers speaks for themselves. Now, you want to call artists, you want to call Davido, WIZKID, BURNA Boy, Rema, Shakira, and the likes, and then you want to mistakenly omit Omale. If that's your case, look at his numbers, look at his backup, you discover that not even Shakira comes close. This guy is good. He has his numbers to back him up. He has antecedent to show that he has been widely underrated. Congrats to him again for surpassing 530 million stream on the Bad project. We all can't wait to see what the next one will look like from Omale. My name is Daki. We'll catch you guys on the very next one.